Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. They beat Cal, which is our oldest rival, so we were all hyped about that. And every race it seems like I don't know if that's how the history books went, but every race it seems like they were starting, in the back. So it was fun, being able to root them on and root for the comeback. It got a little rowdy in the theater, but yeah, when they beat Cal, that was awesome, just because we actually played Cal. It wasn't like we were able to go against the British or anybody else. So we resonated with that.
Yeah, and then now obviously their boathouse is just right below the stadium
Yeah.
on the lake. So is that in another way? Like I'm sure you're very familiar with the rowing team. You see them practicing. I don't know how
Right.
many races you may have been able to go to in
Right.
Dallas, but is that another way where you related to it because you're just right there? Did you see
Oh,
them?
definitely. Yeah, the whole movie especially when they were practicing, I was trying to see like if the stadium was. I don't know if the stadium was built back then. I was trying to recognize like some things so I could be like, oh, that's that. But I wasn't able to recognize anything. But yeah, I've been down there in that boathouse and I've been in there. Once or twice, and it's super old in there. It smells old in there, and I never, even realized how much history was in there. But it's they could definitely build something and renovate it, but I feel like the culture of it and the history is so important, and the fact that they keep it is awesome to me, just because it's kind of like a symbol of what Washington is about, and the hard work that those guys put down, and the hard work that goes on at the university.
How can you tell as a receiver how good your offensive line is? Because your back is to them almost the entire play.
Right.
You turn around to find the ball, and then you're looking at the ball, not them.
Right.
Is there a clock in your head where you're surprised that this long you still have a chance to catch the ball or something like
Yeah,
that?
no, definitely. We have a lot of deep concepts in our offense. We were explosive in that way. So, every time we were able to complete those things, I know those guys were working their tails off to, make sure Mike had enough time to create a great pocket and everything for them. So, definitely, and especially, got to recognize that when they won the Joe Moore. So, that was like, super exciting for them, and kind of shows everybody on the team that, we have an elite offensive line, and they're able to go out there and get the job done consistently. So, super super grateful for those guys, and we'll need them. Come this game, and they'll do it again, I'm sure. Yeah, of course.